Good morning, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I am a proud member of your community, Las Comadres, and I'm excited to share more about it on the channel and why this fits in with budgeting and saving money and all that as well. But before we begin, let's all show off our shirts since we are all repping, but you can't really see. And just to get started, we'll start with Jaime. Tell me about yourself, your background, and what you do.
So I am the co-founder of Las Comadres, as well as a life coach. Been in the health and wellness and sort of business industry for about 20-something years. And I've been, helping people really get what they want out of their lives as my mission in life.
Okay, and Gaby, same question. Tell me about yourself, your background, and what you do.
So as far as background, I'm originally from Dominican Republic, and I too, with Jaime, am co-founder of Las Comadres. Aside from our official madrina/godmother capacities in Las Comadres, I am a business coach, and the way I describe what I do is I help women truly be their authentic selves so they can be free.
Absolutely love it. So, ladies, can you tell me how Las Comadres was created and why?
So I can kick it off. So I had been working as a business coach for several years, exclusively with women entrepreneurs, but it would always happen in kind of smaller, more intimate groups. And then a few times a year, we would all get together. And when we all got together, it was this very, very strong feeling as though you already knew each other. I don't know if you've ever been in a space like that where you land and you just feel so comfortable and you're already making quick friends, and out of there business partnerships came and collaborations came, and honestly it became something that the organic community demanded. They said, we can't just keep getting together randomly. You have to do something so that we are in community and in space with each other all the time. And so that's literally how the community got started.
Okay. Jaime, do you have anything to add?
So Gaby had been running Comadres for about a year and a half, maybe like the first year, and I was always in it. I was always all in. I was like, this is great. I love this. I was one of
Jaime was MVP.
I was like, let me force Gaby to do this thing because it's going to be amazing. And then we started talking about partnership. It was much easier to grow the community, do all the really cool things that we wanted to do if we became partners. And so in the last 6 months, we've been partners and growing this community in such a really cool, fun, profitable way for all of our members as well as ourselves.
That's great. So can you ladies tell me what your favorite part about Las Comadres is?
Ooh, Jaime, you want to go first?
Sure. I love the connections. I love when you get really cool people all together, and then you can find the thing that makes them either expand themselves, their business, or just the relationships that they build. That part makes me super happy.
Okay. And Gaby?
For me, the thing that's coming to mind, there's so many things, but the thing that's coming to mind right now is when we get together for our more informal circles. We have something called Comadre Cafecito, which is every Monday morning we get together and set an intention for the week together, but it really, which Amelia is a part of all the time, and it really just, there's no agenda. We're kind of just showing up and seeing the conversation that surfaces, and it's one of those experiences where someone starts talking and then the conversation goes in a certain direction, and then when it that expression, the conversation is having you, because then it becomes so much bigger than all of us, and we all leave the conversation feeling more connected, more uplifted, inspired, that was magic, and we didn't know what we were walking into only 60 minutes earlier. And so that kind of thing happens all the time in the community, and that's my favorite.
I probably would have to agree. I do love the Comadres Cafecitos because they are so uplifting, and it does help you drive your focus for the rest of the week. And I think being around other like-minded individuals in terms of being go-getters, and a lot of us are dealing with the same, if not similar struggles, it's really encouraging to kind of, help us get our week started. But How can Las Comadres help all self-identifying female entrepreneurs, and why is having that community important beyond what, we just discussed?
I think that community is one of those things that's so important, and we are like, we push it off as like, oh yeah, that thing, right? Like there's this piece, as humans, we need other humans. We need to be around people that are, fighting for us and love us and encouraging us and pushing us to be our best selves and all of that. And entrepreneurship is lonely. Like, and you are doing something you have never done before. So there's always doubt, and like you're always in this space of like, everything's amazing, everything's terrible in like the same hour, right? Within the same 5 minutes. And so like having the community around you to know, like when you're like, I don't know the answer to this question, let me just ask, like gives you just the space to really be, and like to really be able to do the things that you're really good at, and like find the people that can help you.
Okay. Jaime or Gaby, do you have anything that you want to add to that?
Yeah, I think just piggybacking off of that, we've noticed just over the, working with women for years and years, there are kind of very similar patterns that keep repeating themselves over and over again, particularly with femme entrepreneurs. And it is that feeling of, I have to do it alone. Like I have to figure this all out alone. And also I can't ask for help, which are related, but and it's sort of, we have created a community that really brings us back to our natural essences and bringing the feminine energy within us, bringing that back to life. Because as women, we are at our best when we are supporting each other. Like we're at our best when we're like, oh, you're in that village over there and you need help with this, and I'm here and I need help with this, and like we're in community with each other, and that's our natural way of existing. And over time we have sort of moved away from that, and so this community is really an intention to come back to the natural, that like how familiar and natural that feels, and really having each one that joins commit to being there for each other, commit to themselves and commit to each other in that way that you never feel like you're alone again.
Okay. I do like that. I will say I've asked many questions, and you're talking about, feeling like you have to do it all on your own and you can't ask for help. That's guilty as charged over here. But I will say, since joining the community, I feel like, and tying it all into Mills Knows Bills and everything, I've saved a ton of time, and time is money, by asking the questions in the group and having the resources right there at my fingertips, asking for guidance on things that I've never, encountered before. And it really does, help me keep moving forward on this path of building my business, rather than struggling with trying to figure out the nitty-gritty details of it all.
Yeah.
So, from a budgeting perspective, why does it make sense to join Las Comadres?
I think that the thing is that we need community. Everybody needs it, right? And if you are trying to like seek it out in all these different spaces, it's really hard, right? Like, because, and then now that things are much more online and all of that, like our community is completely online. You can be doing business with, you can meet women from London, from Spain, from, Oregon. Like we've got people all over, and like that just expands where you can be doing business. It also, our membership is not very much. We have a coaching program that's super affordable. So if you want to be, if you want some coaching that is like top notch, but you just do not have the budget for it, we have under $1,000 for the year. So there's so many ways to be able to like up level what you're doing in a pretty cost effective way that really pushes you to do a little bit better.
Okay. Gaby, do you have anything that you want to add on that?
I feel like the one other really big thing that we're really proud of in the community that we make real space for is accountability, which, as you know, is kind of, it's half the battle, because often we know what we need to do, but actually getting it done is the tricky part. And knowing that we have an accountability program in the community where you can choose to join it, and you'd be matched with 2 to 3 other people. And it's so fascinating how your behavior shifts and how much more you get done when you know that you have to answer to someone else, that you've looked them in the eye and you've committed that you're going to do the thing that you said was important to you, and knowing that they're not going to let you off the hook, that when you connect with them, they're going to hold you high, and they're going to want to like really be there for you and help support you to do the thing. And so whether that is you want to stick to your budget and you are going to commit to showing them the spreadsheets or whatever it is, or you want to, improve your relationships, anything is possible. We really, one other thing about Comadres is that it's not just about business. Business is actually ends up being like the minority of what we end up talking about, because women want to talk about so many other things, like the things that they're passionate about, their personal development work, their relationships. And so it becomes this a space where we can be our full selves, and we can hold ourselves accountable to all different areas of our lives.
Okay. I guess I'll partly answer the question too, since I'm in the community. You talked about accountability. I'm actually part of an accountability right now. And for those watching the video that don't know what it is in terms of, what we do, we basically meet once a week and we set goals for our week. And then we quite literally hold each other accountable for it. I had a goal to finish my new business budget tool by the end of June, with, the ability to give myself until the end of July, just, because life happens and I have a full-time job. I finished it within 2 weeks because of the accountability group, and, it's now done, and it's great because I feel so accomplished, and I feel like I'm able to just keep cranking things out. So now my timeline for the rest of the products that I wanted to get done by February has now moved up by 6 weeks, which is great. But also, Jaime, you mentioned about being online. I know a lot of my friends that are entrepreneurs have full-time jobs as well, because they're just getting it started and getting it up off the ground. For me, one of my favorite things about being online is the fact that I feel like I get my money's worth, because, I invested this money into, joining the group, but I'm also able to join as many events as I want. I'm not hindered by driving, really the time frame of it. I can hop on whenever I need to, hop off if I have to go. But I find that since we moved online, I've been able to join a lot more events because I don't have time to drive, to different places, but now I still get to be part of the community. So for anyone that's watching, personally, I can attest to the fact that, there's not a huge cost to entry, but the return on your investment is tenfold. So if someone watching this video wants to learn more about the community, wants to talk to either of you ladies about the coaching program, or really just learn more and want to join, how can they do so? How can they reach out to you ladies?
So the best spot is you can check out the details on the website.
Okay.
And our Instagram is where we are hanging out most of the time. So you could always send us a direct message there. So I think those are like the best spots to find us and reach us for sure.
Good. Well, do either of you ladies have any parting remarks or anything to leave, on the channel before we head out for today?
I think that like wherever you are in your business, right? If you're like doing a little tiny side hustle and you are like, I don't know if this is ever going to work, or if you've like gotten to the point where you're like, this is my main thing and this is what I'm doing, like really find the people that can support you. And whether that's us or somewhere else or whatever it is, find your people, because that's like what just propels you forward so quickly.
Okay. Thank you ladies so much for joining me. I know it was, I love having you ladies on the show. I love both of you, and I'm so passionate about the community because it really has changed my life. So thank you so much for being here and taking time out of your day to talk with me. And I hope you both have a wonderful day.
Thank you.